boys and girls, in connection with Parshas Vayigash, we are going to create a 3D scene of traveling through the desert. Here are the supplies which we'll need. A stationery box, or if you don't have a box, then a sheet of brown cardstock, which you can use to make your own box, clear thick tape, double-sided foam stickers, scissors, a pen, a permanent marker and a black washable marker, different kinds of paper, dark beige, light brown, yellow, 2 types of shiny gold, brown glitter, and a plain piece of white cardstock. Lastly, we'll need the printed template on regular paper, which contains 5 sheets. Let's get started. We'll begin by cutting out each of the images from the printed template. The entire traveling scene, each layer of mountain, there should be a total of 6, including the one with the camels, and lastly, the small round sun. Do you know why we are making this craft? Well, in Parshas Vayigash, Yaakov travels from Eretz Yisrael down to Mitzrayim. Hashem wants Yaakov and his family to go there so that they will eventually become a big nation and leave with many riches. Anytime we travel somewhere, there is always a reason why Hashem puts us there. Imagine your family is on the way to the bungalow colony one summery Erev Shabbos. As your father is driving, he groans, "Oy vey, I took a wrong turn." The GPS recalculates the ETA. There is still a long way ahead of you. Back to our craft for a moment. Next we will trace the shape of the sample picture, the rectangle one with the traveling scene, onto the light yellow paper. This will be our background. Then we'll trace each of the 5 mountain layers, making sure to trace them face down. We will trace the largest mountain, the one numbered with a 5, on the paper that is slightly darker yellow than the background. The next largest, number 4, should be traced on the tan paper, mountain number 3 on the shiny gold paper, number 2 on the dark tan, and number 1 on the brown glittery paper. Another way to keep track of which one to trace on which color is to remember that the smaller the mountain is, the darker it should be in color. Lastly, the sun should be traced on the white cardstock. Once we're done with this, we will cut out everything we traced. Back to our imaginary story. As your father zips down the highway, you see a car stopped on the shoulder of the road. Your father notices it as well and pulls over to offer his help. He approaches the driver, a fellow Yid. It turns out that his car broke down. He has already called a towing company to come get his car. The good news is that he actually is heading to the same bungalow colony as you, so your father offers him a ride, which he gratefully accepts. We'll take a pause from our story to explain the next step. Place a piece of clear thick tape over the printed picture of the camels. Use the black washable marker to carefully trace over the picture. This may be somewhat of a challenging task because it's a very tiny image that requires steady, careful hands. Meanwhile, let's think about our story. How would you feel if your father took a wrong turn that made your trip longer? As you think, take the mountain that is second to smallest and make sure it's facing the same way as the one in the sample picture. Press it over the picture that you traced. The ink of the marker will transfer over and create an imprint on the mountain, but the imprint will be pretty faint and not very visible. To make the picture show up very clearly, use the black permanent marker, or you can use a regular marker, to color it in and fix up the person and camels wherever you see it is needed. In regard to our story, initially maybe you would feel annoyed that your trip became longer than you expected, which would make sense since after all the wrong turn did add more time to your trip. But in truth, Hashem made it happen for a reason. He wanted your father to be able to offer a ride to that person. Next, take out your stationery box and position the yellow background at the bottom of the box. Using your double-sided stickers, we are going to create a 3D effect by layering the mountains one on top of the other. How will we do that? Start with mountain number 5 by placing it face down. Put 3 stickers strategically across it. For example, put 1 on each side and 1 in the center. In order to stick each sticker, peel off one side. Once they are stuck down, peel off the other side and stick the mountain onto the background. Now do the same with mountain number 4, then number 3 and number 2. We are going in order of size, starting with the largest and moving on down to the smallest. For the last mountain, which is very narrow and thin, cut the sticker in half so that it doesn't stick out from underneath. We will use the second half of the sticker for the sun, since we don't want the sticker to peek out from underneath it either. Now check out your beautiful work. If you don't have a stationery box, you can create a box of your own with your dark brown sheet of cardstock. First, put the background in the middle and trace it. Draw lines connecting the corners of the background and the corners of the cardstock sheet. Then, cut along the diagonal lines you just drew. Fold the sides down along the lines of the rectangle in the center. Then fold down the pointy ends at each corner so that when you lift the sides, they can easily meet to create the corners of your box. Once you have figured out how to best create those corners, make use of tape to hold the walls of the box together. If you're using a store-bought stationery box, you may choose to cover the box with its clear plastic cover. Enjoy your 3D desert traveling box, and keep in mind that wherever you may be or wherever you go, Hashem has a special reason for you to be there. Thank you for joining, and we can't wait to have you next week at our Parsha studio.